You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
What's up, Black and White sports fans? John Matrix here, and I am back with another video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if this is your first time here. Also, check out the join button for channel memberships and check out the merch. Let's get into this, folks. ESPN. You may know them as Woke Center. You may know them as ESPN, or as we call them here, ESPCNN. And we have those shirts too, by the way. It looks like, folks, another round of layoffs is coming to Woke Center. And this is really not a surprise. It's very, very sad, you know, when people lose their jobs, but it is what it is at this point. ESPN is a money pit for the Walt Disney Company, who actually owns ESPN, by the way. Years ago, man, ESPN went down the social justice road and they never stopped. And they went full political. And for a little bit there, they tried to get back on track with sports. They fired Jemele Hill. They tried to right the ship for a little bit, and they did. And then they went right down the rabbit hole after the George Floyd incident earlier this year. And they have been full-blown SJW. Nobody's watching ESPN. Every single show is extremely political. First Take, the ratings are in the trash. It's an absolute mess. And people and the fans of sports have said enough is enough. We are tuning you out completely. Now, ESPN, they did a round of layoffs earlier this year. And now, folks, it's going to happen again. And the people that are going to be suffering isn't necessarily going to be the high profile names at ESPN. So it looks like, you know, your Stephen A. Smiths, your Matt Kellermans, those guys are going to be safe. It's actually going to be the people that we really don't know their names. It is the people behind the camera. And those people behind the camera, you know, they don't have the net worth, you know, if you're a Stephen A. Smith, your Matt Kellermans, you know, those guys that are making, you know, $5 million, $6 million a year. These people behind the cameras, man, they're everyday normal people like you and me. So the high profile talent going super woke on air, alienating people. Now, guess what? The little man is going to suffer. Looking right here, it says the rumored ESPN layoffs are reportedly coming this week with a focus on behind the camera. And when they're talking about this week, they're talking about today, Thursday. Okay. It says here last Monday, a report began to circulate about another potential round of layoffs at ESPN. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that was Clay Travis that actually talked about that. That report indicated that somewhere between 300 and 700 people could lose their jobs, and most of the focus would be on those behind the camera, unlike 2017, which was almost exclusively hit on-air talent. So that was when your bit talent took the hit. But now it looks like your everyday people behind the cameras, names that we don't know, they're going to suffer. And over here on Outkick, they say that ESPN has 4,000 people in Bristol, and roughly another 2,500 employees in other offices across the U.S. and the world. Now, Outkick reached out to ESPN. They did not comment. So we'll see what happens with this, but it is not a surprise, folks. When you get woke, you go broke. And even here, it even confirms Thursday would be today. It says here on Wednesday, the Athletics' Richard Desch reported that layoffs could begin as early as this Thursday. And while behind the scenes folks would be the primary casualties, on-air talent with expiring contracts could also find themselves in dire straits. Okay, so that way, you know, it looks like there may actually be a few on-air talents, but these are people whose contracts are running out anyway. So I don't know the contract status of the people over at Woke Center, but man, it really, really sucks, you know, that that people are losing their jobs. And it's just because, man, you know, social justice, it never wins. The virtue signaling does not pay off. I mean, we know that ESPN is highly tied to the NBA. The NBA has massive financial problems because of the shutdown of the season. They lost about $1.5 billion in potential revenue that they didn't see here in 2020. Now, ESPN is extremely tied to the NBA. Most of their coverage is all about the NBA, and people have tuned out the NBA. And that's because, you had the lowest rated NBA finals of all time. So directly, indirectly, I guess you could say LeBron James and all his Black Lives Matter supporters kneeling for the national anthem in the NBA, they have now caused everyday normal people to lose their jobs. But guess what? LeBron James, he still has his job. He's still going to make his money. But the little man will suffer because of their social justice woke stances. It's absolutely sad, folks. It is extremely sad, but it is not surprising. This is the price you pay, man, for going woke. The little man is going to go broke. ESPN also is going broke. I think it's only a matter of time before the Walt Disney Company tries to cut ties with ESPN. They're going to have to sell them. I really, really do. And ESPN is going away from, the traditional sports content. They want you to get ESPN Plus. And if I'm not mistaken, ESPN Plus is something like $12.99 per month. The same price as a Amazon Prime membership. And at least with Amazon Prime, you're getting some kind of value. You're getting nothing from Woke Center. Now, of course, they have a bundle where you can get Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus. I believe it's something like $16.99, something like that. I'm not really sure. But let's say you're not into Disney Plus, but you like ESPN. Is that a good value? No, I don't think so. And I wouldn't be surprised, folks, if here in the near future also, we're going to hear more stuff about more potential layoffs coming to ESPN, unless, Disney decides to sell them off. But who wants to buy Woke Center? It's not a good buy. They're just bleeding subscribers, They're going to really, really need to clean up their act like never before. But I just don't see it happening, folks. They are just too woke and they're going broke. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? ESPN laying off more people. This time, the little man behind the cameras. It's sickening. It's sad. ESPN is a political organization that sometimes covers sports, just like the NBA is a political organization that sometimes play basketball. It's sad, folks. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.